shotgun load I plan on patterning today is the Fiocchi 9 pellet cheapo stuff through the A300. Now, I patterned this last week and I was actually fairly impressed by it, especially considering how cheap the buck is. But I want to do a little bit more patterning today since I'm kind of changing how I'm testing out the patterning going forward. So I'm starting off at 25 yards. From here, we're going to shoot, measure the dispersion, and then do 20, so starting at 25 and then 17, 10, 5, 7. Now the reason why I've got that kind of strange distance of 17, that's the longest sight line in my house. So I like to see how much it opens up at that distance. I have 5 rounds in the gun. We're gonna shoot 25. We'll go down and measure and see how it does. Coming up here. So I pulled, maybe not pulled, but my dot was favoring a little bit higher on the target. Not super high, but I can see that we have vertical stringing here. So looking at it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I can see they cut through here, the circular holes. Wad didn't touch the target at this distance. We're going to measure here. This did open up quite a bit, but it's all vertical, is what I'll say. It's all vertical. At this distance, I have from the, let's see, I think that's the widest point. Yeah, so our highest hit's up here in the corner, lowest one's down here. I have 9, just shy of 9.5. I'm going to say 9.5. 9.5 inches at 25 yards is pretty impressive, especially considering this is buckshot that runs like 42, 43 cents a round. Very cheap. Now, this is personal preference. I would rather have a little bit of vertical stringing for the variation rather than horizontal, because if I aim, you know, center mass of someone and I go a couple inches high, sure, I guess a pellet could go over the shoulder, but I know I'm going to get more hits on the target. If I aim for the pelvic girdle, I'm going to get more hits in the gut, right? Now, if this was a pellet buck and I had that flyer gone, I'd be happier with this group here. But at 25 yards, that's really impressive for how cheap this buckshot is. It's funny because I've had nothing but issues with Fiocchi in my revolvers. Generally speaking, very hot-loaded ammo and hard primers. The shotgun ammo I've had not really issues in the past, but it was always cheap. I'm honestly impressed by this cheap buckshot. So we're going to hear at 17 yards, come up. Again, I didn't say I'd favor high, but I dead center of my big blue mass I have here. And yeah, we have some pellets over here. We have some that came down there, a few here, one that hit over on the blue. So we do have a little bit, again, I don't want to say randomness or inconsistency, but it is opening up, and I don't have the ruler here, but I would say from there to there is about 9, maybe 10 inches. So again, I would like it to be tighter at 17 than it was at 25, but that's still not bad, all things considered. Shoot here at 10, and of course from 10 in, I expect it to be fairly tight patterning. I aimed a little low there. And yeah, all good hits there. I'm pleased with that. Come up here at 7. And again, the pattern's just getting tighter and tighter as we come closer. We did have the wad sail through here, and I am tearing through all my painter's tape. And then we'll do 5 yards here. Now, one thing I'll say, I am honestly quite impressed by this ammunition here. Let me grab a box of it. This stuff here, fairly cheap. It's semi-low recoil. You're not getting beaten up by it. Would I rely upon it for self-defense? I don't know. Maybe in a pinch, if I have, you know, the ability to get better ammo, like such as this Hornady critical defense here, I would prefer to use that. But this stuff cost half as much as the Winchester I tested 20 minutes ago, and patterns significantly better, right? Now, when it comes to what I would use this ammo for, it's going to be my range buckshot. If I need to go take a class, and I want to have buckshot to go shoot the class, I'll bring this stuff. If I am doing testing here or shooting drills here, and I don't want to use birdshot, I'm going to be shooting this stuff. I've already stockpiled a lot of it, and I'm planning on getting more, but I'm impressed by it. For $12, $11 a box. It's like being back in 2017. I feel like I'm in college again, getting really cheap shotgun ammo. So we're going to be doing more shooting with the shotgun, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the testing done today so far. Thanks for watching.